what I think is really cool is to hear from developers who they're trying to figure out what to do. And then Zach, I know we've talked about this, and I've talked to Patrick about this too. It's like some people just kind of get stuck and like, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I could do half of this and half of this. And Josh is this example of a guy who's just like, launch it. Let's finish a project. Let's do this. Let's do another one. Let's launch it and do these all in a row. So Josh, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here.
Thanks.
Anyways, I'm excited about it. Let's get talking about art and gaming on Chainlink Live. We've got some people here, so I'm going to get started and let's do this properly. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Chainlink YouTube Q&A with MaticMike NFTs on Polygon. We've got Josh, lead dev from MaticMike, down below hanging out with us. Josh, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm energized and excited, as you can clearly tell. I get hyped up and caffeinated before all of these and get jazzed. Let's get started. We've got a great community here, dropping comments as well. Keep dropping those in the chat as we go on. Josh, start us off. What is MaticMike? What's the inspiration behind this? Just give us a snapshot of this project first.
Okay, so like as you know, like MaticMike was originally spawned for the Chainlink Hackathon, which we won the best Polygon NFT DApp. And what it is it's an 100% on-chain generative NFT project, and it's a little bit of a play on MagicMike. And I think it was the first fully on-chain project on Polygon, if I'm not like, I mean, maybe not, but as far as I'm aware, it was. And it comes with a ERC20 token, which is MaticMike Juice or HGH. So there's actually like a lot of unique features with MaticMike, and like the first one I would say would be the use case of HGH, and that's what when you can actually inject, I call it ERC20 to ERC721 token injection, and it's where you actually burn off some of the HGH for a chance to upgrade one of the traits on your MaticMike, and every trait has a power level associated with it. So if you successfully upgrade, you get a higher power level, your image changes, and it's all dynamically done on chain.
So we've got all this really cool stuff. We've got token standards first. Let's go over some of those. Zach, you can help us sort through some of those. Then you've got this really cool game mechanic that uses the token, and the value of a token is part of this mechanic. You got to decide, okay, am I going to burn my token, my HGH, to try to get this feature as one of the traits? And so then you've got all these traits that are in the NFTs that are dynamic and they're changing, and so all that. So like it's complicated, but it's a designed game that's actually really, really cool. Zach, will you start and just like give an overview, like quick, mile high, ERC20 versus ERC721?
Of course, yeah. So ERC20, this is like what everyone thinks of traditionally when they think of cryptocurrencies on like a blockchain, right? So these are fungible tokens, fungible coins. There are actually contracts stored on Ethereum, like smart contract code, both ERC20 and ERC721. But fungible just means every token is the same, right? And so ERC721 is the NFT standard. And I know a lot of people have heard of NFTs on the news these days, and game companies are releasing NFTs. And every NFT is unique. So it could be a work of art. It could be a game character like a MagicMike. And yeah, that's 721.
So in this MaticMike instance, these HGH, is that right? Is that the token name?
Yeah.
So that's an ERC20, and so any bulk of those is the same as any other bulk. You get 2 HGH, you can swap it for any other 2 HGH. It's just the same thing. Whereas a 721, that's the NFT. And so if I've got a MaticMike NFT, doesn't necessarily have the exact same traits as another NFT. That's what makes them unique. And on chain, what the blockchain is doing is verifying, yes, this one belongs to this wallet address, this one belongs to that wallet address, etc. Okay, cool. So now we got a kind of a breakdown, and we know the difference. Can we share the screen and show these off too?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
All right, so we got some. Let's get juiced up. He's wearing the tie while he's lifting.
Okay, so this is that's actually just like some promotional stuff, but this is the actual gym page. So I guess this is what you interact with the HGH contract with. So you can, and I'll get into the Evil Club Lords. This is actually the second NFT that we released as part of the family. But these are like my this is my mic in my wallet. This is the one in my wallet as well. and then these are the ones staked in the contract in the gym, and they're earning HGH. So they earn at 1 per day. These ones earn at 0.25.
I have to say, I'm a big fan of pixel art, and this is like some S tier pixel art. MaticMike pixel art. I love it.
Yeah, I actually drew these out one by one via just HTML code.
And how many are there?
So there were 10,000, but during the minting process, and it was a free mint, I integrated this like burn reroll system. So if you didn't like what you had, you could burn it, and it would issue you a new one. So now I think there's 2,637.
Wow. Wait, did you draw 10,000 of these? No.
No, so I drew like all the traits.
Oh my god, you have time to do anything. Okay, but you draw the traits, and then okay, go. Sorry.
And then they're all done just like on chain. And I'll show you like kind of what it looks like when you inject the HGH.
Okay, so he's got this mic, and we're gonna inject some HGH, and this is gonna change the appearance or the traits or both.
So it's probably not gonna change anything, but that's because there's only like a 5.5% chance to actually change them.
Okay.
It also takes kind of like at least 30 seconds to go through, just because we're querying Chainlink, and then it comes back.
What is it query? What are you using Chainlink?
So we're using Chainlink VRF for this, which is random numbers. And then it also is like kind of like a commit reveal scheme, so there's no like cheating the system.
So the random numbers, that's how you're giving it like a random chance to like evolve from the HGH. Is that it?
Yeah. So basically, like when you pull back the seed from Chainlink, the transaction just went through, so it's going to be a while. But when you pull back the seed, it basically takes like the remainder. If I divide it by 10,000, take the remainder. And if it's like within like a 5% range, so basically like the top 5% of 10,000, then it'll try to successfully upgrade the mic.
Awesome.
Otherwise, it'll kind of just be like, it'll just use the HGH. So right now the current price for it is 37. Mm-hmm. And it'll just burn it off from your wallet. The price actually, every time it's a successful upgrade, the price goes up by 3 for everybody. So it's kind of to preserve rarity. And I'm just going to reload it here because.
Good. That's really cool. We're seeing a lot of VRF used for like NFT projects like this, and I think it's awesome that users can get those like strong guarantees that will actually happen with a certain percentage chance, whatever the developer designed it with. So if you're not familiar, at the Chainlink channel, what Chainlink VRF is, stands for verifiable randomness function. And it just produces cryptographic proof that a random number was generated, and it posts it on chain for projects like MaticMike to take advantage of and give their users strong guarantees.
So you tried to upgrade. Did it succeed?
No, it didn't actually succeed.
See, if you weren't using VRF, you could have just made it succeed as the developer to like make it look cool. That's how you know verifiable. He's like, even the developer is like, I
can't control it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like the beauty with just NFT games in general too. In the smart contract, it's just everything is very transparent, and you can't really cheat the system if you code it right, I guess. So if somebody is to like look at the contract, they can see, okay, he can't cheat the system.
Can I go back a sec to this upgrade idea? This is digging into the weeds of the actual mechanics, I think. But so it costs 37 of your ERC20 to try and upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are successful, it'll go up. And so the next person who tries to upgrade, it's going to cost them 40.
Yeah.
So there's this cool game, scarcity game, right? Is early, it's cheap to try to upgrade your guy, but as everybody gets upgraded, it gets more expensive for everybody. So it's like this game to do it earlier, and then this kind of balance of like, well, is it worth it now? It's a lower chance. So you've kind of got this really interesting dynamic that's happening among your community. Was that intentional, or is that just kind of how things have played out?
Yeah, no, that was intentional. I think it was really more so just, I mean, the main reason I had to go up was I wanted it to reach a point where it would take a lot, like just a lot of like staking your mics and earning that HGH, like just a long time to preserve the rarity of everything. Also, like I have it in the contract where if nobody can have the same mic, even ones that are burned off. So like if you actually do like, if everybody was to keep injecting and keep being successful over the course of like 10 years, they'll still never be the same. So, and if they are, it'll just fail. It's like the rarity would, it just, the upgrade would fail. So I didn't want to get it to that point. And I don't think it really will. I think there's like millions of combinations, but that was kind of the idea behind it.
Now, you were telling me a little bit beforehand. Oh, we got a bunch of people joining now, so I'm going to just do another quick intro. Hey, everybody. I'm Andy from Chainlink Labs. We're talking to Josh down at the bottom from MaticMike. He won the Polygon Award, NFT and Gaming Award in the Chainlink Hackathon. Was that in the fall, the most recent one?
Yeah, the most recent one.
Most recent Chainlink Hackathon. And then has launched this product and gone on to make this game, and it's live on Polygon now. So we've kind of been going through MaticMike, admiring the art. The animations are fantastic as well. Zach's just loving this. Dude, this is what you do on your off time, isn't it?
This is awesome. Yeah, this is just fun for me.
This is a picture of Zach at ETH Denver, everyone.
come to ETH Denver. Come see me dance and do Solidity.
Dude, this is Patrick for real, right? He's the B-boy.
Yes, exactly.
Anyways, I love this. So we've just been talking through this, and it's a really cool thing. So we got some questions from the audience coming in. I'm going to save those. I'm going to get those a little bit later. But Josh, we were talking a little bit about like kind of how you got in, and I think this is a cool story because I've heard it before from other folks where they started in one place and then they kind of came to this realization and had to ship something. So just talk a little bit about your journey. How'd you get into crypto first off, and then what led you to actually just go for this and build it?
Yeah, so I've been like investing in crypto since 2015, with originally with Bitcoin, then Ethereum, Chainlink, and then like more recently, like in the past like year, like Polygon, I went heavy into, but I actually never coded it, and I've been a full stack developer for like 12 years. So as I was like seeing NFTs come out and stuff, I was thinking to myself like, hey, like you can do like way more with what we're doing here. Like you can communicate with other smart contracts and things like that. And I actually never had developed in Solidity before, and it was something that like I should have probably, because I've been invested for so long and looked more into it. So before the Chainlink Hackathon, I was like starting to be like, all right, how am I gonna, like I need to like make an NFT or something. I don't really like do too much Photoshop or anything like that, but I want to like make one. So I saw a couple projects that started doing some on-chain stuff on Ethereum. And then I started just deep diving into the code, and like looking into Chainlink and how I can use that. And that's when I came across the Chainlink Hackathon. So I basically whiteboarded out this entire idea, and was able to like really like just like have a solid plan, like, hey, I can execute this during this month. And we'll put it out and hopefully get a prize for it. And it was a free, I mean, like, so everything I've done was free, just because I wanted to learn. And I didn't really want to, like, I didn't want to, my first project to be something that's like, I'm just trying to monopolize or monetize it, I guess I should say rather. I just wanted to like release a project and like learn the code and how to do it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Zach, do you hear stories like this coming from the hackathon?
Yeah, we get stories like this, but I think it's kind of uncommon to have like such a full-fledged project come out just like that. And were you a part of a team, or was this all you?
Just me.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible, man. Like kudos to that. Like that's impressive.
That's why I had to bring him on. Zach, you get it now. Like I was like, wait a minute, what? What did you do? You did all this? We've got a couple of questions, so let's get to some of them. Some of them are technical that I don't even know how to say, so I'm gonna leave those to you guys. Tibby, I'll get to yours in a little bit, but we've got a bunch of fans, MaticMike fans in the chat as well. TN is asking, what's the stake threshold? So can you talk a little bit about staking and just how that mechanic works? And
Yes.
then what's the thresholds there?
Yeah, so it's the way the staking works is it's we call it the gym, and you can have a
And I'll pull
maximum.
that back up. You can go to the gym.
Okay,
If you
yeah, let me pull it up. So you can have a maximum of 10 mics and 10 evil club lords staked in per wallet in the gym, and you earn 1 HGH per day per mic, and then 0.25 HGH per day per evil club lord. And I have the contract set up so we can add more NFTs in there. So like if I come out with like, I don't know, like a companion or an apprentice for MaticMike, we'll get that set up as well for them.
So we skipped over Evil Club Lords. Is this a second release that is like another, basically like an expansion pack for the game?
Yeah, let me pull that up actually.
Yeah.
So the Evil Club Lords is like MaticMike's nemesis, and they're actually spawns by summoning Mike, or by summoning them by staking Mike in the club. So this is now ER721 to ER721 staking. So like if I was to, and I guess I could just do it. So I'm going to stake this guy into the club, and it's going to assign a random amount of time for this mic to actually, or for this evil club lord to actually come out. So you'll see I have all these mics currently are staked in the club, and they're locked in this contract now.
Mm-hmm.
It assigns an NFT like this. This actually goes in your wallet, and it counts down. So this again uses Chainlink, and it assigns like between like 2 to 4 weeks, and they're now like in the club. So you can see like this guy right here is in the club down here. Once they reveal, and you can also like reduce these amount of hours on a 24-hour basis by injecting HGH into them. So as this goes down and hits 0, then an evil club lord will spawn. So this guy right here.
So is that time again determined by the VRF in the background, like randomly?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's done, and it's also used to determine the traits on reveal. So like you'll see, like with him, he has different traits. This inhale is if they're burned off or not, and I'll get into that really quickly too. So like I had mentioned how I put that burn reroll function in for the MaticMike. I also did it for these club lords. You can burn them up to 10 times each one, and that costs 10 HGH. So if I like this guy, I actually don't want to burn him. But if
you don't have to for us.
Yeah, if I wanted new traits, you could burn him, and he would come back with a new number.
Is a crown rare? You got a little familiar, cat familiar, all that rare stuff.
Yeah, so this crown is actually the second rarest crown, and then the power level is actually pretty low on this guy, but I do like that crown a lot, so I don't want to burn him.
And I mean the demon cat. Come on.
Yeah,
Can't burn the demon cat.
Yeah, so these guys are pretty evil. They're like gonna be. I have another part of the project that I'm gonna be releasing in a couple weeks, and these guys are gonna battle the mics in like PvE 1v1.
Oh, sick.
I like the evil club lords. That's more my jam here. So I'll go get some, battle you.
There is like the major part of the project I haven't gone over yet, and this was for the hackathon as well. And I also extended the functionality a couple weeks ago for ETH Global's NFT hack. And I won that. I was a finalist in that one.
Win. All right, what's this new thing?
So I actually implemented this in the Chainlink release, the fall hackathon, and that's the battle royale. So I have this rolling battle royale queue. This is all done on chain as well, and it's a 50-man queue, and it drops down to 15 if you don't if it doesn't fill up within like an hour. And I can like modify those thresholds. Basically, the way this works is you can enter with 1 HGH, and it just adds to a pot. And you can also add. So like I have like all my mics here. You can take them from the club or from the gym or from your wallet. and you can enter your Evil Club Lords or MaticMikes into this contest. And then these are all using Chainlink as well. And then the top 3 winners split the pot. So the first place gets 70%, second place gets 20%, third place gets 10%. And it's like a little dance royale competition.
Is it, do the traits have anything to do with the outcome, or is it just random?
Yeah, so it does. So it's still random, like totally random, but you think of it as, so whatever your power level is, you think of it as like rolling that sided dice. So if my power level is like 500, that's like a 500 sided dice versus like a 450, which would be like a 450 sided dice.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so it's still random, but you might have a small percentage higher chance to actually like win. And like, so like this legacy lifetime purse, this is like what I'll release for the Chainlink Hackathon. And I've extended the functionality quite a bit for this last hackathon. So now I can actually put in any ERC 721 token, as well as 2 ERC 20 tokens. So one to be like a power level modifier, and one for actually the entry fee and stuff. So I can like take in, I guess I'll pull it up. I integrated with another project on Polygon called Polyfarm. And I can take in all of their NFTs, and I have a lot of them, but so like I can take in all of their NFTs as well as ours, and just enter these royales for their ERC 20 token egg. And then this modifier is in HGH. So we're kind of like helping both projects out here.
This is like a metaverse thing that we keep hearing about, right? Like we got 2 NFT universes.
Yeah,
colliding,
kind of combining, and like Polyfarm actually has some good metaverse plans, and I think we do too. I'm like still like kind of wrapping my head around how I'm going to do this, and like how much time it's going to take. But I am going to call it the MaticMikeverse.
The naming. This is like what makes the project so amazing. One of the things that makes the project so amazing.
So anyways, like this is, you can still see this, right?
Yeah.
So this is a battle royale. So you can see all these, like this is for the hackathon I entered a couple of weeks ago. This is like pulling in all of their NFTs as well as ours. And then they just kind of do a little dance here.
They are dancing on stage for applause, right?
Yeah. So all of these, like I was saying, they all have a random seed, and I think you'll actually like this.
Dude, I like everything about this.
So
this is so fun.
Every time you enter, you get a random seed from Chainlink, right? So each one of these has their own seed, and then on the last entry, that gets their own seed, and then it calls Chainlink one more time. And I think this might be overkill, but it's actually like pretty necessary to make sure there's no vulnerabilities or spying. That last seed then modifies every single seed that was originally assigned to them, and then the roles are determined based off of those seeds. So everybody gets their own seed. It then gets modified a bit, and then you do your dice roll based off of that, and it's just like remainders.
Oh, cool. So yeah, you're keeping it like trying to reduce any bias in the results at all.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then you can see here, like, so everybody gets paid out. This guy won the whole competition, but I think he entered like all of these. But they get paid out instantly, and their ERC 20 is called eggs, and then it has some stats down here too. So you can see.
I was wondering if your MaticMike was going to pull this one off against all these chickens, but no luck. That's VRF. Hey, we've got a few people who have joined. Hey, everybody, I'm Andy from Chainlink Labs. Zach is with me from Chainlink Labs as well, and we're talking to Josh from MaticMike. It seems like many of you are MaticMike fans, and so you are welcome here. We've been going over the contracts and kind of Josh's journey, how he came to make this, all the different add-ons, now the different hackathons that he's won and made a part of this. So I got a few more technical questions that I wanted to bring to you, Zach, since you're here, and Josh, since you clearly have a great handle on this stuff. Here is a question that I have no idea how to read. What is the huge hash returned by? This, Zach. What can you talk a little bit about what he's talking about, and then give a little answer as well?
So I can talk about a hash. I think Josh will have to talk about the specifics of this function, but essentially this is a function on the contract, right? It looks like it's returning a URI for a ERC 721 most likely. And a hash is just like a random string, right? It's a fingerprint for data. So you have data, you throw it through this black box called a hash function, and you get this string of random bits, and it'll always return the same random bits every time you take it through a hash function. So Josh, if you want to take away on what this function does specifically.
Yeah, so originally with the contracts, and I'm probably going to modify this a little bit, but we integrated a Ethereum bridge, so you can actually send the Matic mics from Polygon over to Ethereum. But when they're living on Ethereum, I didn't originally have the funding to load in all of the data onto Ethereum as well, because all the assets live on chain. So the metadata and all the SVG graphics and everything live on chain. So what it does is it actually queries a API I wrote that then queries Polygon's chain, pulls that data, and then returns it back to like OpenSea or whoever's like looking at it. So that's what that actually does. And the reason it does it in a different function than token URI is because it burns the token off on Polygon when it sends it over to Ethereum, and then it remints it. So it keeps the mapping of that token ID to the data. But then once you send it over, it burns the actual token off, and then it remints it if you send it back over.
Cool. Yeah. So you said, this is all on chain, right? So you don't have any of this data off chain.
No.
This is all like SVG files on chain. So for any watchers aren't familiar, a lot of NFTs actually point to the images stored off chain, and this will be put on a centralized server, which kind of defeats the purpose of this whole decentralized ecosystem. So it's really cool that you've managed to get all your images on chain and really keep them decentralized.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that isn't on chain is that Ethereum API to pull the data from Polygon, but that's going to change in the future. I'm probably just going to wait until the gas costs less and then do it then. But nobody really utilizes our Ethereum bridge anyways right now. And it was also just like because like I said, this is the first project I did. So it was just utilizing Polygon's like built-in bridge that they have. And I would actually probably build my own in the future.
Here's another follow-up. I don't know if you can answer this one. Can JAT access the SVG file using this URI?
Yeah, so it returns a base64 encoded SVG as well, just the metadata in general. So really to get it, you would have to you'd have to like decode it, but you can just like search like base64 decoder, and then you'll see it'll return all the metadata decoded, and then it'll have another encoded SVG file. So you can grab that, decode that, and then you have it.
All this chatter reminds me that they should join your Discord, join your community, and develop this with you, because you're kind of like a one-man show. You came to us originally being like, hey, I need some help talking about MaticMike. So I'm going to let you have a plug here. What are you're looking for people to help, to participate? What is sort of your MO and your top priorities right now, Josh?
Yeah, so I mean, I do have like a lot of roadmap ahead. So like anybody that's like willing to help out with building it, it is a free project, so I haven't really made any money off of it. So if you're willing to work for free, come work for me, I guess. But
go win hackathons with Josh, right?
Yeah, and we can do hackathons together, and I do plan to probably. So like that, my approach to it is now like when I see like say like the Chainlink Spring Hackathon coming up, and which I actually haven't looked into the dates yet, but I'll piece out like what part of the project I think would be good to build in that time period that I think I can build. in that time period, and then I'll just do it. And I don't really launch it to. I launched MaticMike to production before the end of the hackathon because I wanted all the data to be, or all like the users to be using it and just have like a lot of like good data to write. So if I can actually like get it done in that time period, then yeah, like join the team and we'll share the pot if we win.
And Josh also said he was looking for marketing folks. I think marketing folks are in some of the most demand in the space right now, for people who understand the projects, understand the space a little bit, can execute tweets with only a reasonable amount of typos, and and be careful and cautious and excite a community. So if that's you, if you don't feel like you have the technical chops to do this, you can reach out to Josh, or honestly just about any project as well. People are looking for people to participate and help. So wanted to give you a chance to plug that, Josh, because Josh comes to me, he's like, I'm looking for somebody to help me. Do you guys know anybody in marketing? And I was like, join my AMA immediately. And he did, which I very much appreciate. Zach, he dropped a little hint about the spring hackathon for Chainlink. Do we have dates on that or any information?
Not yet. Stay tuned. I'm sure soon you'll be hearing more about that. It'll be coming up. It'll be coming up soon.
There will definitely be one.
Yes.
That is for sure. So stay tuned on that. Josh, before we go, what are some of these roadmap things? You talked about this PvE system. You got another drop coming on with another version of Evil Club Lords or something. I don't know. You tell us what's coming on the roadmap that you can talk about.
Okay, so yeah, definitely like the next like 2 or 3 weeks, I think I'm gonna release this. I'm still like writing it, but I'm going to release a PvE between the mics and the Evil Club Lords. And basically what that's going to be is you're going to be going on questing with the Club Lord, and based off of like the tier of the quest, you'll get a like it's to try and get your mojo back. So the Evil Club Lord stole MaticMike's mojo.
He's got the theme so perfect, doesn't he, Zach?
And nailed it. That's what makes it so fun. Like, I love it.
Do you write these? You said your girlfriend gave you ideas. Do you guys write these together?
Not all of it together, but she did like she approved of the MaticMike. She was actually very for it. Once I was like, "What do you think about MaticMike?" Like, she got me to watch the movies before, and then we saw some stars, and I think it was in Miami of MaticMike. So
is that Channing Tatum? Is that who's in these?
Oh yeah.
All right. Somebody, if anybody in the community has a hookup with Channing Tatum, send him these. Send him the link there. Get it in front of him. Help him out. Okay. Sorry, I interrupted your roadmap because I was like, Mojo. It's hilarious.
Yeah. So anyway, so Mike's on a quest to get his mojo back from the Evil Club Lords, and it's going to be different tiers. So the Mojo Booster is what I'm calling it. Is going to be a trait that gets pulled onto MaticMike, all dynamically again because I have this built in the data contract. And that's going to increase his overall power level. It's also going to pull an animated graphic that's encoded into the SVG file that starts to animate your MaticMike a little bit. And that is going to change rarity based off of the level of Mojo Booster you get. And to get more, you'll have to do different tiers of quests with him. So it's going to be like maybe like 6 different tiers, and you're going to need to do them progressively. So like you'll have to do this one tier until you get to a certain level of mojo, and then be able to move to the next and the next and the next. I'm still working out some of the details because I do think I want to limit it to like say like plus 20 would maybe only be a maximum cap of 20 people. So like there are 20 mics or Evil Club Lords, they can both pull them on. So we'll see how it all works out. Still kind of ironing out the details, but I have the base code like written in my head, and I'm going to just put it down.
So interesting to hear from technical mind. I got the code written up here. I just got to put it on the thing.
The next part after that, there's actually like a couple things. So like I want to extend the battle royale a little bit more. And the idea behind this is, and it was from somebody in my community that had this idea, and then we kind of worked it out together. Basically like an events contract. So an uncapped battle royale that you just can enter over, like say like we set a date of like a month from now. So like for a month, everybody can be queuing up into this battle royale, and then we'll load in ERC 721s or ERC 20s, whatever we want the prize to be, and it'll be one big dance off or one big battle royale, and it automatically gets sent to them. So like we can load in anything and it'll just automatically get sent to them. I think it's a really cool idea. And then following that, I had touched base on it, that Matic Microverse. I do plan to basically give you the ability to have a custom URI on the website attached to your wallet. And that'll pull up all the analytics for your battle royales. And those are actually also pulled into your MaticMike traits as well. But your entire wallet will have analytics to it, and you can do wallet-wide power level boosters. So like if I have like ERC 1155s, like the multi-token standard, you might buy something like a design or lights for your club, and then it might change the backgrounds, but it'll also give like +5 power level to every single mic or evil club lord you have in your wallet. So that's kind of like my idea of how it's gonna work out, and then maybe eventually we'll like integrate like maybe like a plot of land that you can buy, like if we like get into anything like that.
Partner with a wallet, and then your wallet gets a custom skin with like disco lights and stuff like that.
Right,
Anyways,
you know,
that's awesome. You have a ton of stuff on the roadmap. You've shipped a ton. Josh, I really appreciate you coming on and talking to us about this. Let's talk again. Let's like follow up on it. We want to see how you do coming up in the next several hackathons and how MaticMike develops. Is that cool, man? Can we do that?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you coming on, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for having me.
Zach, thanks for joining us. I'll catch
Always.
you later on, man. Peace.
Yeah, sounds good. See you guys.
Later. Awesome project. Awesome community. Thank you all for joining us and bringing those great questions. I'm glad I brought Zach in, and you guys got some developer questions as well. So thank you so much for engaging there with all your stuff. TN, thank you for being here and join us. Hey, if you want to come to more of these, we do these Q&As a couple a week. We have 3 this week. We have a surprise one tomorrow. In tomorrow evening, I think at 5 p.m. Eastern. So come check that one out. That one's an exciting one. It's with the guys who did the NFTs for the Australian Open. So that was announced last week or the week before. They integrated with Chainlink VRF to do some stuff. And so we're talking to them and figuring out what NFTs they did and why and all that. So check that out tomorrow. And then we do a couple of these every week, usually 2, usually on Monday and Tuesdays in the morning. But you never know when somebody might pop in. So like and subscribe to this. Subscribe so you get the notifications when we go live. And we have all sorts of other video content on our channel as well. Keynotes from Sergey, interesting snippets, educational videos from Chainlink, developer resources, all that stuff. You can also follow @Chainlink on Twitter to get updates about official product updates and rollouts and big integrations, as well as follow smart_contract on Twitter for notifications about events like these and all sorts of other cool announcements. My name is Andy Boyan with Chainlink Labs. You can follow me on Twitter if you want to. I'm @Andy Boyan. I tweet lately. I've been tweeting like trying to be a little more motivational. I'm like, I don't know, who knows? It's whatever I feel like. It's not always Chainlink related. I appreciate everybody coming today and talking to us, dropping your comments. Thank you very much for that. We will see you next time on Chainlink Live. Peace.